Building a new home is such an exciting thing to do, and even though it can be challenging, you want to make sure you can actually enjoy that process. So with House Inspect Australia, when you move in and relax into your brand new space, you can also relax knowing that every little detail has been taken care of.
Helping homeowners and builders in ensuring those details are spot on is the team from House Inspect Australia.
So Litza, what are we looking at today?
So today we are looking at linings, which are all these beautiful things on the walls, as well as the waterproofing in the wet areas as well, which is that beautiful blue membrane that you see applied in the various parts.
Tell me about that. What's actually going on in here with the waterproofing? What are we looking at?
We're looking that it actually complies to the National Construction Code, that it meets those requirements, as well as the relevant Australian standard, which for waterproofing is 3740. So we just want to make sure it's applied as it's supposed to, and actually meets those performance requirements of the code. So
what are we trying to achieve?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're trying to protect the rest of the house and the adjoining rooms from water leaking out.
Yeah.
So the membrane is designed to keep the water in the wet area. So whether that is your shower that we see in the far back there, or if there was a overflowing bath, it's designed to keep the water in that room and away from all these other areas as well.
And why is it so important to be checking these things now and not down the track?
So waterproofing is one of those things that you might see an issue with waterproofing might present itself 5 years later. So that's why it's critical to check it now and make sure it's done correctly to stop that situation from occurring. And how it presents itself, really, you might just notice a bit of moisture in this area here in your walk-in robe, for example, and you're trying to work out where it's from. And water is tricky to try and find where it's from, and so that is the consequence. And it's one of those things that builders have a responsibility for up to 10 years to rectify any waterproofing issues. So that's why it's important we come in and look at it now and make sure it's all good.
And how tricky is it to then go back and try and retrospectively fix something if it's not, picked up at this stage?
It is very tricky because, as we can see it now, it looks wonderful, but then imagine it screeded and tiled over the top.
Oh, yeah.
So all those pretty tiles have to come off, and that damages the waterproofing. And then, of course, 5 years later, you're not going to find the same tile. So it becomes a very expensive, big job where you might actually need to take out all the tiles and start again. So it's a big problem, and that's why it's important to get it right.
Yeah, and so is that one of those things where it's just really worth putting in the extra effort and even the extra cost now of making sure you're getting these things independently checked?
Absolutely. It saves you the headache because it is quite an inconvenience having to relocate your life that you live in. But also it's a headache for all parties involved, including the trades and the builder and whatnot. So it is very important to invest that money. This is one of the most critical stages in your build other than your structural checks.
Bit by bit, brick by brick. We love seeing dream homes come together here at Building Ideas. And the best bit is, with us for each step along the journey, we have the team from House Inspect Australia.